Hello, everybody. Um, I know everyone is really feeling like we all got cold water thrown on our face as Canadians while we're standing outside in -30 weather. Okay? Yes. Huge. Okay? Yes. Yes. It is shocking. It is shocking. It's meant to be shocking because we haven't been paying attention, okay? So there is a very relevant story, okay? Because of the way I started looking at the Bible for patterns that follow the paradigm transition moments, okay, which is repeated and repeated and repeated in the Bible, okay? Transition moments like are built into creation, when it goes from being winter to being spring, from spring to summer, from summer to fall. Okay, there are days all of a sudden, boom, the first day it doesn't freeze at night and the snow melts 24 hours. Okay, that's a transitional paradigm day. Okay, so what happened when it was time, only after 40 days, and they had got close to the promised land, and the 12 spies were sent in by Moses, and he said, go see, is the land good? Is it dry? Is there people? Just go look, go see what you see. So they do. They go and see. And the land itself was fantastic. It was beautiful. It was productive. And they were able to get this giant cluster of grapes, so big they carried it on a pole back with them, okay? Now, with the metaphors that might apply at multiple layers, from like a small group, like in this case, just the people in that part, but as it goes up higher, okay, in metaphorical lessons, okay, sometimes the way you can see it is the land and the product of the land and all the beautiful lush, grapes and figs and things, okay, are symbols for the potential of the people, okay, because Adam was made out of what? The earth, the land, okay? So the land can also represent mankind, okay? And is it good? Is the majority of mankind good? And if the majority of the hearts of man is good, then that means there's lots that can be produced, right? That'll meet all of our needs, okay? Now, have we seen that in Canada? Yes, okay? Because all the people, even if there is a malicious agenda in the hearts and minds of a select group of people who have been completely taken over by the newest doomsday cult that think they're all going to die from climate change, okay? That's what I feel. They've all been very they have been indoctrinated extremely carefully, okay? And a lot of these people might really believe there's no other solution. So now, because of their own fear of death, they're finding a very elaborate story together, like a giant suicide pact, to all agree to justify what they're doing. Because underneath it all, they're terrified of dying. Okay? Now, what happened when they did go in to the promised land? They also seen these really powerful men. They refer them to the Nephilim, and they name them the sons of there are these different descriptions of them, okay? So the account, if you want to read it, is in the book of Numbers, sort of like from chapter 13 and 14. I highly recommend you read it. Now, when I looked at this, okay, what caught my eye was the way they described the ones that they feared, okay? So it said here, Caleb, because there were two faithful spies, Caleb and Joshua. Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, "We should by all means go up and take possession of it, for we will surely overcome it." But the men who had gone up with him said, "We are not able to go up against the people, for they are too strong for us." So they gave out to the sons of Israel a bad report of the land which they had spied, which, remember, in this application, the way I'm seeing it, they're saying there's not enough good people. You see, they're doubting in the goodness, okay, of the capacity of the human race now, because it's true, there's a wide spectrum of behavior and potentiality of behaviors within the human race, okay? And the land through which we have gone and in spying it out, it is a land, get a load of this, that devours its inhabitants. And all the people whom we saw in it are men of great size, which can be influence, power, manipulation, okay? There also we saw the Nephilim, the son of Anak, okay, are part of the Nephilim. Now that I'm going to elaborate on. And we became like grasshoppers in our own sight, so we were in their sight. But John the Baptist lived from grasshoppers and honey, okay? So there are many powerful metaphors or symbols that we can look at, and if we use nature, the Fibonacci, okay, to look at this, we can get a slightly revealing perspective of what were they really afraid of, okay? So Anak, when I looked it up, because I always look up the meaning of the names, it means of the neck. Well, when you've seen pictures of the slave trade, one of the number one ways people are captured is by getting them by the neck, okay? And what we know historically, and even archaeologically, like say the, what are they called now? Not the Nephilim, is it the Neanderthal? The Neanderthals, okay? Humanoid species, you know, they know for sure they existed. And for sure were cannibals, okay? So I would say that the Neanderthal went extinct because their species reverted to cannibalism. So the spirit of cannibalism is in the undercurrent of this account, because they said the land through which we have gone in spying it out is a land that devours its inhabitants. They were terrified because they seen that the people there had all become dominated by cannibals. Pretty scary, I agree, okay?